Ladies and gentlemen, as I crack open a very cold beer, just like that, we have to talk about the reality of Warzone with the merge of Black Ops 7 happening very soon. All right. I'll be honest, it's not going to be a good one. I don't think it's going to be a good one. And it's specifically based off this one part of the Season 1 blog post that Call of Duty and Treyarch posted. And they cover over what they're doing for Warzone. But the worst part that really is screaming a red flag, all the alarms are going off as a Call of Duty player for me on this, is the fact that they posted this. Armaments, aka weapons, from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 6 are still accessible and usable in Call of Duty Warzone after the merger with Black Ops 7. So ladies and gentlemen, they're classifying them as legacy weapons. I'm sorry, none of the weapons from any of those games are memorable at all. All right, it's not like the Galil or the FAMAS or the ACR, right? It's just not good. But out on top of that, right? I think the worst part about this entire Warzone merger is the amount of content coming in to Black Ops 7 and into Warzone as well. I would have thought, at least, just for Black Ops 7, with the fact that, hey, they're kind of starting over with a clean slate for Warzone with open, minimal, skill-based matchmaking being a thing for Warzone now as well. I would have thought that they would discontinue Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 guns and any of the content there. But nope, they are going the Fortnite route once again and making Warzone into a shithole. And you might be wondering why this is a bad thing, and I'm just going to shoot it straight here. It's a bad thing because this is 4 years, 4 games worth of content going into Warzone now, and we saw all how bad Warzone 1 was towards the tail end of its life cycle with Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, and then Vanguard adding on top of it. The balancing was awful. The use case for most guns were literally unusable because nobody wanted to use anything that was not the meta. And for Warzone, everybody's rocking the exact same loadout, the exact same build for any kind of meta gun during the time. And I just think all in all that this Warzone merger for Black Ops 7 is going to be the worst merger we've ever seen. And even during Black Ops 6's merger with Warzone, that was being called the worst experience ever for a Warzone merger. And I feel like it's going to be worse because we are now adding a total of 4 games to Warzone. And they're trying to make this seem cool, seem good, right? If they really want to go the Fortnite route, then they should completely remove Warzone from the Call of Duty HQ download. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think at this point, with how big and ambitious they want to get with Warzone, they should go the Fortnite route and literally make Warzone its own separate game. And I truly believe if they go that Fortnite route where Warzone's own game, its own app and downloadable thing, I really feel like they would have no restrictions at all with having to merge Warzone every single year to the newest Call of Duty game and re-add everything else that's been in Warzone. I really feel like for Modern Warfare 4, when we get that new engine, that complete reset to Call of Duty and all the cosmetics and weapons, Warzone needs to be its own thing, and Warzone needs to turn into Fortnite when it comes to the content that they provide with the weapons, the gameplay, and all that stuff. Imagine Warzone took the same formula that Fortnite has that's been working for them for almost damn near 10 years now, where they add and do updates and seasonal changes and all stuff to a certain theme of a Call of Duty. Imagine we have a World at War themed Warzone season for like 3 or 4 months, and maybe some of the guns are World at War weapons, right? Like the Type 99 or the MP40, right? What if they did an entire Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare era in season for Call of Duty Warzone? And I feel like that'd be possible if they let Warzone be its own thing. And I truly believe that Warzone, after this merger for Black Ops 7, is finished. It's beyond saving. And I really feel like when I say it, I truly believe it. I feel like Warzone is finally dead. This era of Warzone 2 to Warzone 3 to now Warzone 4, 5, whatever the fuck you want to call it, has not been good. It's been a significant drop-off within quality, content, and love from Raven Software and anybody that is working on Warzone, man. And I think that's very clear with the content that we've gotten, the maps that we've gotten, the variety of everything. It's just been awful. And if their game plan for the rest of Warzone's existence until they scrap it like Blackout is to literally just recycle content and merge everything, it's not going to sustain as long as they would want it to. And I really feel like at this point, either with Modern Warfare 4 next year or now, they should just completely reset Warzone and make it its own separate app so they have complete creative control and freedom and not have to follow whatever the new current Call of Duty is doing, man, because they could literally recycle weapons, make everybody regrind again, and maybe for seasons, they're longer than 3 months. They're probably 4 to 5 months, so people can grind out the guns, the very first month or two, grind camo challenges, all stuff, and then use them for a good 2 to 3 months, and then there's a whole new cycle. I feel like the Warzone gameplay loop would be significantly better if the weapon and the loot pool and the entire gameplay was based off a theme or aesthetic from Call of Duty that's happened within the last 20 plus years. But the fact that they're merging in weapons, skins, all that kind of stuff into Warzone, into Black Ops 7, it's going to be an awful glitch fest. It's going to be awful for the players that play Warzone, and I don't think the merger is going to be good at all. I feel like there's going to be a ton of bugs and glitches. There's going to be a lot of balancing issues with the weapons as well. I just feel like this Black Ops 7 merger with Warzone this time around is going to be the worst merger ever, right? And people are going to be complaining and quitting Warzone again. And listen, I know that Battlefield 6 completely fumbled the bag with RedSec, with most Battlefield players, from the hardcore fans to the ones that just came in. But a lot of the Warzone community has already left RedSec, and I really feel like Warzone cannot fumble this bag. They literally got a free alley-oop slam dunk in order to win back the Warzone fans that they lost for the last couple months with Black Ops 6. But if they somehow fumble it with the Black Ops 7 merger, they are fucking cooked, all right? And I don't mean to, like, burst anybody's bubble and, you know, hurt their feelings, but let's just look at the reality of things. Warzone has been a colossal failure for the last year with Black Ops 6. The fact that there is competition now more than ever with RedSec, and even though that's kind of failing, kind of doing bad, the fact that there's competition and there's an alternative, that's not good for Call of Duty. And especially for Battle Royale games being primarily PC games, it's not looking good. It's as simple as that. It's just not looking good. And I just think at the end of the day, Warzone is fucked. No matter what route they go in, that's not resetting the entire Warzone game and the Warzone story, whatever the fuck it is at this point. I really feel like Warzone's fucked. And let me just read you guys a few tweets that I found about Warzone, okay? In this new map called Avalon, it's going to be taking 3 to 4 months to be released, which is just an insane content drop. Like, literally a content drought. So, Ghost of Hope, who is a reliable Call of Duty leaker and insider, tweeted out, Avalon has to be the largest map we've ever gotten in Call of Duty history for Battle Royales. And looking at what we've seen from Black Ops 6 and the glitches that were available, it's looking huge. And he tweets out and retweets again saying, genuinely do not know how this map can play with less than 200 players, lol. It's that big in my opinion. I hope it's only PC / next gen like that one leak suggested. And I don't know what his, you know, the leak he's talking about, but if Avalon's that big where it needs almost 200 players, what the fuck are we doing, dude? And they're gonna have people on PS4, Xbox One and shit trying to play this shit. I'm telling you, this Warzone merger, all the new content coming in for Warzone just seems like a big hoopla of fucking dog shit, dude. And I feel like it's gonna backfire on Raven Software. I feel like people are gonna lose their jobs. I feel like people are gonna catch strays with the state that Warzone's gonna be in for the next couple months. And listen, I'm not a Battle Royale guy when it comes to first-person shooters. I particularly prefer Fortnite because, for one, I grew up on that game, almost a pro. I'm still good at the game, but I genuinely think that if Warzone really wants to survive the next 2 to 3 years, they need to really cash in on the Fortnite method and just separate Warzone from the newest Call of Duty and make it its own app, its own game, and have the seasons and the updates be themed around, you know, previous Call of Duty titles or other things that have happened within Call of Duty's history. But you never know what's going to happen, man. Call of Duty is a very weird game, very weird community, and the people leading it behind Activision and Microsoft are very fucking weird. But I just have concerns about Warzone. Warzone players, let me know what you guys think. Are my concerns valid? Do you agree with me at all? And if you don't, let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.